Second chances don't come easy. Protagonists who have given a chance are going to make full use of their opportunities to change their past and their futures. Hello everyone, we are back for Manhwa recommendation, and that is about time travel. Before we begin, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more recommendation and spoilers. The Evil Cinderella needs a villain. Lilith is madly in love with Prince Calyx. She became a villain due to jealousy, which led to her demise. Fortunately, she survived and was given another chance. She wishes to be a good person and live peacefully this time. However, things do not always go her way. She is now doomed to be sold to a despicable baron. In order to survive, Lilith turns to the male villain Francis and joins forces with him. Generally, the storyline is decent yet have a cliché part. There is just the art is constantly changing that for me affect the story. But if you don't mind this changes and focus on the plot, it is good and have a nice storyline. The next one is Solitary Lady. Noblewoman Hillis Inoden has had many lives so far, but she has always been regarded the same in all of them. She was so experienced that it made her numb and turned to being a powerful person to not be abused again in her 8 resurrections. She no longer submits to the nobles or her family. She became strong with a sacred power that was passed down from her lineage and set out for revenge. This story must read carefully, understanding, and critical thinking. This have no much romance like any other time travel manhwa, but just the revenge plot will make you satisfied and crave for more. Despite being the daughter of the Holy Empire's most revered divine leader, Letitia is rumored to be a ruthless, bloodthirsty tyrant. But none of it is true. She was destined to marry King Ditrian. However, Letitia is ultimately cursed by her mother, who says that if she doesn't kill her husband, she will die. A tragic yet sweet story is bound to happen, and having themselves in both of their lives is so romantic. Overall, the story, art, and characters are all good and perform an amazing story. As Ursula lies on her deathbed, the only regret she has is not being a good mother to her son. When fate sends her back 3 years, she gets a chance to make things right. She reflects on her past as a young bride and reluctant mother. She then experiences more heartache than the life she had. This manhwa is more realistic and focuses on family repair and postnatal depression. Overall, the emotions, art, romance, and everything else are just perfect. It's just that the flow is so slow that you will need more patience. The Unlucky Adele is sent back on time after she chose to be the substitute daughter of the Duke and was assassinated after her marriage. She decides to make up for the years she wasted living a lie. As she can remember the life she used to have, she helps the Black Knight defeat the dangers. Generally, it was delightful and surprising that this story is not just like that. It has a few mysteries, a supernatural one that will make you stick to this manhwa. Antonia Seri lost her voice after her parents' deaths, became a defenseless young child, and experienced the abuse of the people around her. She endured all the cruel manipulation and violence all by herself. But when Antonia gets a chance to redo her childhood, she swears to change and become strong and powerful to seek vengeance upon her abuser. Honestly, I found it bland in a way that there was no motivation, like no struggle, except before she time traveled, all problems were easily solved. On the other hand, the main character, genre, and type are pretty good and interesting. Haley believed that marriage is the way of her to be free and slip out to the torment of Ernst's household and the family's 3 sons. But on the eve of her wedding, she was transported back to the past she always wants to forget. As she realized that she can't do anything about her being transported, she decided to stand up to her bullies, but little did he know this is also became a way to develop the understanding and good communication of her and the Ernst brother. If you are fond in a story where the male lead is the big brother, then it's for you, and if not, you can also focus on the plot. It's pretty and interesting until chapter 30, but there's no true enemy that make it boring and leave out. Beneath the beauty and grace of Angela is an evil person who betrayed her best friend, Jaina. She used Jaina and had her killed for the purpose of becoming the Empire's greatest woman. Luckily, a magical gift from a dragon gives Jaina a chance to return in time and a second chance at life. She came back, and she planned and sought revenge to stop Angela. Truthfully, this is another typical story where the main character comes back to life for revenge, but it's more refreshing and captivating with the thought that it focuses on the revenge story and not romance. Though some arts, such as the execution parts, are quite immature and require more attention from the artist. Iana and Arhad had much in common. They both only cared about themselves and were madly obsessed with each other. The difference is one wanted the other's warmth and the other wanted submission. Though Iana's life ended in a heated battle against Arhad, the kingdom's emperor, she is reincarnated into the same life for unknown reasons. Overall, this is very great, and the male lead gives some vibes of serious Yandir. There are just some serious action that aren't good, but it's pretty interesting if you focus on the main plot. If you are into longer stories mixed of romance action tandem, spending all time to read this is really worth it. Chloe Garnache is living a life full of abuse at the hand of her family. Chloe is finally freed from her torture by the Grand Duke Kairos Ludwig. However, her days of getting taken advantage of are far from over. Despite the black intention of Kairos, Chloe willingly follows his orders, having fallen for his kind and gentle gestures. Unfortunately, her feelings are never returned, and she is met with a pitiful death once her task is fulfilled. But just when things seem to be over, Chloe awakens to find herself back before her life came spiraling down. And if you are looking for emotional roller coaster and some twisted story, it's pretty good, and you will really feel the main character pains and suffering, and kinda refreshing when she break free from the grooming of some Emperor.